So lesson 10.4. We're going to talk about these things called complex fractions. Could you guys go ahead and copy down this slide, please? So a complex fraction is basically a fraction that has a fraction in the numerator and or in the denominator. So it's a fraction of a fraction. So let's go ahead and talk about how you deal with these things. Let's go ahead and transition really quick. If I gave you guys this, what does that equal? Okay, you got 2, right? Can you tell me how you got 2? What did you do?
Divided by 5.
Okay, so you divided the top number, right? You took the top number, you divided it by the bottom, right? So in this case, it was 10 divided by 2, and 5, and then we got 2, correct? Well, guess what? Complex fractions don't have to be all that frightening because really it's just a division problem set up a little bit differently. So let's go ahead and solve this one that you guys wrote down. Here we go. Like I said, a fraction means top divided by bottom, right? So what's the top fraction? The bottom fraction? So it's top divided by bottom, correct? So what the top is? 2/5 divided by 2/3. Now it looks more like what we did in our last lesson. So now we just do keep, change, flip, correct? And then we factor. And now all these numbers are prime numbers, so we can't factor any of them. And then we can cancel, but we can't factor them, break them apart into pieces. So we can cancel a 2 out, and I'm left with?
That's it.
Alright, so now that was a basic math example because it just had numbers. Of course, we're in algebra, so we got to deal with variables. So go ahead and write down example 2, please. So first thing I'm going to do with a complex fraction is I'm going to find the top fraction, which in this case is x minus y over x plus y. I'm going to write that off to the side here. And what's my bottom fraction? X squared minus y squared over x plus y. We're going to divide the top fraction by the bottom fraction. Okay? And now it looks like a problem that we did last class, so we're going to do keep, change, flip because it's a division problem. Keep, change, flip. So I'm going to keep this first fraction the same. We're going to change the division to multiplication. And we're going to flip this second fraction over. So, looking at the factoring, we can't factor this. There's no greatest common factor, and you can't square root them, so it's not a difference of squares either. Same thing here, same thing here. This one does not have a GCF, but you can square root both of those numbers, and it's subtraction. So we're good to go ahead and do the difference of squares on that. So let's do it. Square root of x squared is? Square root of y squared is y. And with difference of squares, you write it twice, one with a plus and one with a minus, right? So we're going to get rid of that. And now we're ready to start canceling stuff off. So I like to put parentheses around my stuff. Let's take a look. On the far left here, I've got x plus y. Is there an x plus y in the top? So we can take that out. Another x plus y. Is there any more x plus y's on the top? No. X minus y? There is, so we could take an x minus y out. So there's nothing on the top, which is what?
1 over x.
So there's a 1 left on the top when there's nothing, right? And then on the bottom we have x plus y. So that's the final answer, 1 over x plus y. So basically the steps are change it to a division problem, keep, change, flip, factor, cancel. Okay? Does anybody want me to write those steps down so that you can copy them? So the first step is to change it to a division problem, top divided by bottom, t divided by b, and then keep, change, flip, and then factor, and then cancel. So here's one for you. Okay guys, you should have gotten 1 for an answer.